Hey everybody, Brian and Anthony here with our special guest Alicia Atout, doing a little bit of everything, wrestling, music, modeling. It's been a busy couple of months for you.
All over the place, honestly. First, happy to be reunited with both of you. It's been a hot second. But
I feel like the third wheel because you guys bonded so much, PPW, and I wasn't there because I was doing the commentary.
We were kicking ass on the interview front. We really were. We crushed it. Just
We're being chased by people, insulted by managers.
It was a lot. It was a crazy
day,
but a really fun day nonetheless. So happy to be reunited. Things have been crazy, but I'm enjoying life a lot, so it's all good things.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, how did you get in this crazy industry? So people who don't know, you a YouTube sensation. You started off, grinding and working your way into a wrestling business. But a lot of people also know you for music and interviewing bands. How did this all come about?
So from the very, very jump, I was at a gig with my family. My dad had this really shitty HD camera, and he said, hey, why don't you interview the band afterwards? So I literally pulled the band aside, asked them 2 questions. It was called a 2Q video interview. Real cute, I know. And posted online. People liked it, and I don't even know why. No idea why.
What was the band?
Bombay Bicycle Club, one of my favorites from the UK.
Nice.
So, and funny enough, I've interviewed them like 5 times since, and they were good after that, surprisingly.
You gave them the rub.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a band or even a wrestler, anybody that just your personal interaction with them made you more of a fan?
Oh, so many people. I mean, for me, and I know we were kind of talking about it briefly, but I've always been such a fan of Mick Foley. He is one of the kindest, most gentle, loving people. And then when it went from interviewing him for my, at the time, like dinky YouTube show to opening shows for him on the Hell in a Cell tour, I just realized this man is just, I can't put into words how nice. He gave me one of the biggest opportunities ever, and people don't have to do that. So whenever I think of people who I liked before but just love now, he's definitely one that comes to mind.
Yeah, we were saying also there's a handful of people in this business who are just genuinely them and have that genuine, they're just genuinely good people. And when you get those moments, you're like, oh, I hate that somebody maybe is being dirty or scummy,
right?
And they're getting ahead. You're like, no, the people, the Mick Foleys, the Renee Paquettes of the world are the reason why you want to stay true to yourself.
I don't focus on the BS anymore because there's so much of it in wrestling. And even when I encounter it now, I'm like water off a duck's back. It doesn't matter to me anymore. They do their thing. They can be trash, and we're out here thriving.
Yeah. And there's so much good that you can just really focus in on the positive, focus in on the good people,
Yes.
and you won't run out of them either. You
No,
won't run
they're
out.
everywhere. Just look around this room right here. It's been so good so far. I'm seeing friends. You guys are running into you. It's a good atmosphere for sure.
Who is an interview that you music or wrestling or anything that you haven't quite landed yet, but it's like a bucket list?
Paul Stanley.
Okay.
I am a massive Kiss fan, obsessive.
Have you ever done the Kiss mini golf in Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah,
I was almost violent at that accidentally because I couldn't get one up the glow in the dark ramp.
Okay.
And I hit it so hard, they call it my angry eyebrows. And I was like this, and I almost hit my sister super hard in the leg, and she fell back because she ducked it, and she went through actually one of the sets at the Kiss Golf. So, loved it.
The one thing is you hit it up Gene's tongue.
It's so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now they're known for all of their crazy things, the caskets, the condoms. What is the strangest piece of any Kiss memorabilia that you own?
Ooh, that's difficult. Okay, so I have some guitar picks that I love, but that's not too crazy. What's funny is just because it's a gimmick and I thought it was great, I was like, I would love to be buried in a Kiss coffin, What a way to literally go out. What a way. So Gene, if you're listening, hook me up. Otherwise I'll have to spend a lot of money, which,
Well, you always have to ask the hard questions, right?
You do.
Rank your Kiss members.
You want me to rank them?
Yeah, 1 to...
Let's go. Paul Stanley. Then we gotta go Gene Simmons. Then Ace Frehley. And I'm so sorry, Peter. I love, that's one of my favorite songs of all time. That's hard.
And replacement members don't even count.
How dare you? No, I mean Tommy Thayer, Eric Singh, they're all amazing.
Yeah.
So that's hard. I love you all, I swear.
It's awesome that you've gotten into pro wrestling and music because they're so hand in hand.
It's a crazy crossover. It's ridiculous.
Before I became wrestling commentator and an interviewer, I was helping guys roadie as a band, helping carry the equipment in.
So
and learning the road and the gimmicks behind things and how can you make the show better, and then transitioning into wrestling and then learning that world is they go so hand in hand. Yeah,
it's crazy because same path, music going into wrestling, you think, oh, there are gonna be so many similarities. Even as simple as interviewing someone, the prep for it's completely different. You're not talking about records at all. You're talking about either their in-ring stuff or what they have on the horizon. And then I realized, okay, the one level playing field here is we can just talk about hobbies, you know?
Yeah.
Whether they like music, wrestling, whatever it is, that's where it comes down to for me. So I loved seeing the crossover. It's still so prevalent now.
All right, well, you just gave us an idea for a question. Any hobbies that nobody would expect that Alicia Atout has?
I love old school video games. Like, I will literally
All right.
at night turn on Galaga and just play for hours. I love my Galaga. I played Rock Band competitively for a long time. I was
wow.
I was number 1 in the world with my band across all platforms for a year. Very proud of that.
What was the name of the band?
My last name, straight up.
Really?
My dad and I started it as a joke, and we got 2 other guys from Canada. My dad sang, I played bass, and we would get 100% on everything. So I'm a giant nerd. I love comics too.
My band name was Balzania.
Lasagna!
Like lasagna, but
That's great. There was a band that we used to compete against, and they were called Dixie Normus. And I'm like, oh, so good.
There is an old wrestling venue that I contend would be a great name for a band. They used to tape Mid-South TV there, Irish McNeil Boys Club.
We were talking about good names earlier for sports teams too, and they had some really good ones.
What's the team name here?
The Binghamton Rumble Ponies,
Rumble
the
Ponies.
Rocket City Trash Pandas. If you're a Simpsons fan, there is an actual AAA minor league baseball team called the Albuquerque Isotopes. They did a whole joke of the Simpsons where the Springfield Isotopes moved to Albuquerque, and then they put a real team in there with that name.
Wow. That's good.
So what are you doing now when it comes to the business? Like, what are some events coming up and stuff like that?
Yeah, so today we're in New York, and then tomorrow I'm off to Baltimore, which is going to be really good for another little event festival type thing.
Yeah, Mick's gonna be there.
That's perfect. Yay! I haven't even looked at the lineup. You know when you are like going from one thing to another, and then it's almost a surprise when you land. Like, oh my gosh, I have more friends here than I thought. So I have that. Of course, Worsties stuff is really keeping me super busy. So a lot with Natalia Class, as we are calling her now. And then going forward, end of the month, I'm gonna be back in New York, Georgia, Connecticut. It's busy. But outside of wrestling too, I host for Knotfest, Slipknot's brand. So that's been just amazing. I have a new gig with them that I can't announce yet, but I'm really excited about. A new show is coming your way, so all good things,
Very, very excited. You have any last ones?
Just explain what the Worsties are and where people can find them.
Yeah, so the Worsties is a project between Natalia Class, also known as Selena De Laurenta, and myself. We have a very love-hate relationship, frenemies at best, We love to hate one another and love to hate each other, but it's just us doing goofy things, from pranking each other. We do modeling collaborations together. Sometimes it's just us literally talking about life for a new venture that we have coming up, so stay tuned. But yeah, it's just getting to work with my best friend. Oh, it was so bad. And because I have this skin condition like dermatographia, if I'm touched by a bug or bit or hit, like it swells up incredibly badly.
She laid it in.
She killed me that day. And she even told me, she's like, don't worry, I got you, girl. Nat,
Like,
how dare you?
You know the chops that like have the slap noise and the ones that are the thud noises? She got thudded.
It was a thudder.
So where on social media can we find you?
At Alicia Atout. Search my name. I'm all over it. I love interacting with people. I love meeting people. It's honestly mind-blowing to even want people to know anything about me. So thank both of you for having me on.
You're definitely an inspiration because we want to follow the same path. We'd love to, make YouTube content and build a following. And the biggest thing is just bringing people together with the things you love.
And now I kind of want to chop you.
Yeah.
Please do it. Film it. We can have like maybe a Worsties and the podcast battle or something. We're down for whatever.
Yeah. So it like I said, like big inspiration.
Thank
the fact that you can talk about and be who you are and talk about what you care about, and people care enough to follow and support. It's a really cool experience.
It's a mind-blowing thing.
Yeah, and then you get to meet people like Mick Foley, and we were sitting by Tito Santana, and it's just insane. Like
when he called my name over, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like how things change. It's a beautiful thing. The industry can be crazy, but as you know, it's so worth being in it. So just best of luck to you two as well. Can't wait for the next time we get to hang out again.
Yeah, can't wait. Hopefully it's soon.
Yes, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
All right, well that'll do it. Thank you guys so much. And like we said, if you're first time here, make sure you hit like and subscribe.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Perfect. Thank you so much. As kickstart my heart play.
Yeah! Let's go!
That was awesome.